set.
James, your first matches, press conference. What did you make of that performance?
It was a good start to the year. It wasn't as clinical as we can be, but there was so many positives there, and that game really could have had the capacity to sort of blow out and get a lot sloppier than it did. I know there was a couple sort of knock-ons, a few offsides and whatnot, but I felt we stuck to our structure well, and we did exactly what we said we would.
Did it feel different running out in front of you, being captain out there?
Marth actually ran out first, so but yeah, normally I run out sort of near the back of the pack, so yeah, a little different. But yeah, great support around me. There's a lot of young energy and just natural leaders that are really helping me out there.
Describe that 10 minutes there after they scored. I think you put 3 tries on inside 9 minutes. What was that like to be enough?
I honestly don't remember games, so you're going to have to be a bit more specific. You mean like right at the start of the game?
After the Waratahs scored, you put on 3 tries in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It must have felt good to be.
Yeah, we did. We just started getting the engine going. We've worked really hard on having a few different sort of games within our game that we can just sort of pull the call and change the structure. And our forwards went forward well, got the tips going, then we opened them up, closed them back down, and it's always good to get that momentum and then just tick the scoreboard over. Which I think the stats and sort of that 22 were really good this year, which was a big focus for us coming into the season.
It's nice to see a clip like that, Brad, in the game in the first 10 minutes. Obviously there was a bit of sloppiness late, but start that well.
Yeah, considering we had the one trial game, that second one's really important, especially for some of the Wallabies who've come back. So, you're a bit unsure. I thought there'd be some errors tonight. There's some stuff that we can really easily sort out, like the offsides and different things like that. But yeah, I thought there was some really good, entertaining rugby, as you said in that first half, and pleasing. Just conversion rate when we're up in there 22. Something we've been chipping away at. But it was just that there's a bit of an abyss there, wasn't there, for about a 35-minute period. It was frustrating, but the guys got some pay there at the end. So it's the old story. You definitely take the win. If you had told that score before the game, you happily take it. So it's a start. It's a start. You saw some debutants get. Well done to those lads. Smithy, Ilaisa Droasese, Richie Asiata, really pleased for them. For Alex Mafi to play his 50th, you want that to be a good moment for him, and so he's very proud to have to got his cap there. For James, James's story, to captain his state is really cool. It was really, I know it means a lot to him, and I'm really proud for him. Other things going out there. Guys like Angus Scott Young calling the line out for the first time, and they got some reasonable pay there. So yeah, it's a start, and there's a lot of positives. There's a lot of work to be done. This good, helps you stay grounded that second half, and we'll have a tough assignment next week.
There was a game on the Gold Coast last year with James Federer, I think, played really well, and you talked about how you really wanted the narrative around him to change. Do you think it has now? We're now talking about James and what he does on the field and what he does as a leader rather than young James and what happens.
Yeah, probably I don't know if James will remember, but when he first came in, I had that chat around him and the narrative around him, and I don't know if you remember that, James, and wanting that to change. Well, we all love a redemption story, and he's done that, and the most important thing was that he did it through his actions, not and then his words, back up those actions. So. I'm really proud for him and his family, and a really cool thing to captain your state, it's a start for him tonight as well. I'm sure he'll have some thoughts, around it, and it's a good story there.
What did you make of young Seru?
I thought he was really good tonight, mate. Yeah. So, he came in. He came from. He's at Norse, I think. My old mate Cameron Lillycrap. He spots a few guys, Dane Zander, different guys, diamonds in the rough, and not necessarily guys who've had the dream pathway, have made all the teams. These guys, Fiao Fotuaika, he's got a good eye for these guys, and Seru, he came in, he was about 103 kilo last year. I said, you get to 110, I'll be looking to play you, because you could see he had talent. And, I thought he's had a really good pre-season, and he just got that experience of being around the team last year. He came off the bench a couple of times, but I thought, for the style of play we like to play, positive rugby, continuity, picking the ball up, using it. You saw him in the line-out, stealing ball, winning ball. He's a good prospect, mate.
James, does it feel quicker out there with the new time limits on scrums and restarts? Did you notice that?
Yeah, you did. It was definitely quicker, which I think that almost supports the way we want to play. And I guess all the sort of Australian rugby, we want to play at up tempo and really sort of fatigue teams so you can pull them apart. So you did notice it. A little rusty at times. I had to blow some of the cobwebs out, and a couple of times I personally just wasn't quite connected enough and kicked a few out in the full and a few little errors there, so that's a little work on for me. But as a team, I thought we stuck in the moment pretty well.
Finally got one of those U22s away.
I've hit one last year, but appreciate it. First of this year, yeah.
Looks like you were going for it.
No, well, I was going for it a few times there. Just, I think the way sort of Tate's kicking game has come on, he's really put a lot of work into it. And we've got guys sort of all across the board now who can hit them, but also playing those wide channels. You've got guys like Hamish and Hunter who put a lot of work in. A lot of work into their game, sort of doing that. And even guys like Jordy Patai who now have a kick on the edge, so that frees me up to be able to find pockets and put a few high balls. Let's just hope I can keep them in next week.
Sweet. Beautiful. Thanks, guys.
Cool. Cheers. Don't cut me short.
No, see how you're on it. It was a pretty big one, man.
Yeah, you have one.
Yeah, I thought it was, but where am I going to go?
Thanks, guys. You have a good night. Take care. Talk during the week.